in bed to poke, niggas too scared to go.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications so you get. Alright, y'all, so what's good? This video is going to be a story time because y'all just love these damn story times. So this is going to be a story time. I don't think I told Instagram this. I don't think I told anybody this. Did I tell? I don't remember. I did, but it was a while ago. So this story happened right before COVID hit. And I'm just gonna tell you guys about this crazy dude that I met at the mall. So like I said, this happened like right before COVID hit. I was shopping at this mall. There's a mall here in Arizona. It's called Westgate. It's like an outdoor mall. So I was shopping at Westgate and this dude approached me. So my first impressions of him, his body was very nice. He looked like he was kind of athletically built. I can tell I can tell he worked out a lot or did something like athletic. And his kind of like, I liked his attitude because he seemed very like confident without being cocky and assertive without being aggressive. He just had like a scruffy kind of look to him, and I kind of like that like scruffy kind of look. So he came up to me and he was like, I think you are so, like, you are so beautiful. He was like, I think you're so beautiful. What is your name? So I told him my name. I told him my real name and tell him my name was Bianca. I didn't pull out Bianca. I was just like, my name is D. And then he was like, oh my gosh. He was like, are you from here? Like, I just moved here. He had just moved here from back east. He's like, where are you from? What are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm just doing some shopping. You know, I moved here from blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, well, he's like, I literally just moved here a few weeks ago from Philadelphia. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, do you mind if I take your number? So I was like, yeah, I gave him my phone number. And then like when he walked off, he texted me. And we were texting the entire time I was at the mall. So I was at the mall for probably another hour. We were texting the entire time. I went and ran errands. We were still texting the entire time. And he asked me for my Instagram. And when I meet people, I usually don't give them my Instagram because I put a lot, like, if you follow me on Instagram and you follow my Snap stories, you know I put I do a lot on there. I didn't want him to know much about me yet because I didn't know much about him. But he asked me for my Instagram, so I ended up giving him my Instagram, and he saw that I was a YouTuber, or he saw that I had a YouTube channel. So I just felt like as soon as he found that out, his whole like attitude towards me changed. Now it seemed like, it kind of seemed like he had a motive to talk, like even more of a motive to talk to me. So he was asking me about YouTube. He was kind of like insinuating that I was gonna let him on my channel, which I don't know why he would even start thinking that because I didn't even know him. But he was just like saying stuff like, oh yeah, when I get on your channel, but like he just kept saying when. Then I was like, just kept asking me, and all he wanted to talk about at that point when he found out that I had a YouTube channel is how to do YouTube, what I do on YouTube, what kind of, like, just a bunch of YouTube stuff, which I was kind of disappointed because like the whole vibe like changed between us. It was just like a motive. It was like motive-y. It was motivated. We text the entire time I was at the mall. I went and ran some errands after I left the mall. We were texting the entire time. So he was telling me that he came here because he was doing the police academy and he really wanted to be a police officer. And we talked about a little bit about our past relationships, and it seemed like he was very like hurt, like whoever he was with like really hurt him some kind of way. We talking on the phone and he asked me if I wanted to come to a house party. And I just met him, let me say, like 4 hours ago at this point. Like, I've known this man for 4 hours. He asked me if I wanted to go to a house party. Bitch, I went. So he asked me if I wanted to go to the house party. I went to the house party. When I showed up, I was thinking it was a house party. Like a party, like just a party at somebody's house. But it was actually a family member's like 50th birthday party or some shit like that. And I was just thinking like, why would he invite me here? He don't even know me. Like, I'm around the whole damn family. Like, it was very nice. When I pulled up at the house was a big, beautiful house. They had a pool in the back. It was lit up. They had like a bar in the back. They had my name. It was very nice. It looked like they had money. But I got there and the theme was like a red carpet. So I got there and I was being real goofy. Like, I got out of my car and I was like walking down the red carpet, and then he was like taking pictures of me, like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, he was real cool. Like, I just thought like, wow, he's like really, really funny. Like, He's funny, he's cool, he looks athletic, he's kind of scruffy looking, he's kind of like got that roughness to him, but he seems like, I don't know, I was just liking the vibe at that time. Okay, so I go in and he introduces me to like his cousin and his cousin's girlfriend. Everybody there is so nice. Everybody there is so sweet. Even the girls that I met there were so sweet. Everything was just so nice. So we were drinking by the pool. Like everybody was outside just kicking it by the pool, and everybody's drinking and smoking. And I was talking to the other girls there. We were talking about, oh, what's your sign? Talking about zodiac signs, just like talking about girl stuff. And the guys were talking over on there, wherever they were. And it was just a vibe. Like I was actually having a pretty good time. And I was meeting new people and everybody was so nice. I was really having a good time. I'm talking to the girls and they're smoking. And they asked me if I wanted to smoke, so I was like, yeah. So we start smoking and we're talking and laughing and everything's, it was just like, it was fun. It was really fun. And the guy, I didn't even give him a name. Let's call him, I don't even remember what his name was. Let's call him Derek, okay? So the guy, Derek, he was like standing off to the side and he was like just looking at me and he was like, man, you're so cool. You get along with my family, like right off the jump. He was like, you just seem so nice. He was like, oh, I just can't believe I even ran into you. And then I was like, okay. I think he was drinking too much. He was a little tipsy. And so everybody's smoking, I'm smoking. And then he's like, let me get some of that. And then he told me, he told me that he hadn't smoked in like 7 or 8 years because he really wanted to be in the police academy and he doesn't take well to. When we were in that conversation, when I left the mall and we were talking, he told me this. He was like, I'm trying to be in the police academy. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked in like 7, 8 years. I'm really trying to do this. And I don't take well, like, so I just never smoked it. So when we were sitting at the pool and he said he wanted to smoke, I was like, why are you smoking? And he was already kind of tipsy too. And I was like, why are you smoking? So they gave it to him. He smoked. I'm sitting over here vibing with these girls. Like we're vibing, we're having a good time. And he just starts tweaking out, y'all, like tweaking out so bad. He's like, he was just doing like dumb childish stuff. I think he was doing stuff to like try to get my attention. And he just started like trying to like unbutton his shirt. And then he was like, I'm gonna jump in the pool. Do you dare me to do it? And then I was like, no, do not jump in the pool. And he was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna really do it. I'm gonna jump in the pool. And I was like, oh my God, like just so immature, so like he was tweaking, y'all. And he just kept, you know how you laugh at a joke and you're like, ah, that's funny, okay, anyways, like, he just kept going and going and going and going with it. It was so cringy. I'm still sitting there with the girls, and one of the girls was like, oh, so he said that you do content, like you do videos and stuff on YouTube and you do like stuff like that. And I was like, oh yeah, like I really didn't want to talk about that. Like I don't be wanting to talk about that like with people. It's just what I do. I don't really be wanting to talk about it. But she was like, oh, well, I'm a singer and I can sing really good. And then she just busts out in like Whitney Houston song and starts singing. And you know how you sing just a little bit so somebody can hear you sing and you're like, oh yeah, you can sing good. She sang the whole song and I had to sit there and listen to her. And I was like, this is not America's Got Talent. I'm not Simon Cowell. I can't do shit for you. I don't have, thank you. That was beautiful, but I just can't. I don't know what you want me to do with it. So it was like the aunt's like, it was a family member's like 50th birthday party, and then she was like, I should go in there and sing on the mic to her. And then I was like, yeah, if you feel like if that's what you feel in your spirit, girl, you do it, girl. You go sing on that mic, sing happy birthday to your auntie. So she got up and she went inside, and then Derek goes, you should probably vlog this. You should probably film this. And I was like, for what? Like, I'm so confused right now. So we go inside. There's like, people are doing live performances and stuff like on the inside. And then me and him step outside. He's like, you want to get some air? You want to go back outside? I think he just needed some air because he was tweaking. He was still tweaking. So we go outside and we're sitting down on this bench, and then next to the pool there's like this bench that looks like it was like in the shape of an alligator, but it was really, or like a lizard, and it was really long and it was white and it did like this, and then you can like sit on top of it. And then he just looks over and he was like, you see that bench over there? And I was like, oh yeah, that's different. Like I've never seen nothing like that before. And he was like, don't you wonder what it would be like to have sex on a bench like that? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why is he in my head? I'm like, okay, that's my cue to leave. Like that's my cue to leave. Like why is he saying stuff like that? Like he's tripping right now. I was like, okay, party's over. I need to get the hell up out of here. Cause he was talking crazy. Like he was just like, why would you say that to me? Like, why would you say that? Like, I don't know why he said that. And he was like, the vibe, he was just making me feel uncomfortable. He was just making me feel uncomfortable. We went back inside, and then I just gave it a little bit, and then I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to head out. I'm gonna actually go to one of my friends' houses down the street. And then he was like, oh, you're gonna leave? And I was like, yeah. Thanks for inviting me, but I think I'm just gonna head out. And then he was like, well, can I go with you? And I was like, what? I was like, no. Like, I wasn't going to my friend's house, but I'm just like, why would I bring somebody over my friend's house, like a complete stranger that I just met 7 hours ago at this point? Why would I bring somebody that why would I do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? Why would I bring a stranger to somebody's house? So I was like, no, you can't go. He was like, well, can I walk you to your car? And I was like, yeah. So he walked me to my car. We ended up just standing there talking for a while. And then he was like, I really like you, man. Like, I just think you're for me. I told my mom about you already. He was like, I just really feel like I deserve somebody like you. And I've been asking, and then here you are. I was like, I just met you like 9 hours ago at this point. Like, it was a little much for me. He was a little emotional too with it. I don't know if it was because he was drunk and he was smoking. And I told him, I was like, can I ask you a question? And he was like, what's up? And I was like, did you just smoke because you saw me do it and you just wanted to be like me, or you wanted to have something in common with me, or you just wanted to be? And he said, yeah. And I was like, wow. I was like, why would you do that? Like, you're supposed to be going to the police academy, and you just did that just to kind of impress me. I was like, you don't have, like, be yourself. Like, you don't have to do that in order, just because you, it was just, that was just such a turn off to me. I was like, wow. I mean, it was cool that he admitted that, because usually dudes be like, no, I'm just trying to chill. No, I just didn't like that at all. I just thought that was like, so like, you do what the crowd do. I don't like that at all. And I was like, why? And then it's like, you were trying to get to the police academy. Like, why would you mess that up for nothing? Like, now I'm not talking to you, and I'm turned off at this point. So I told him that, and I said, and now I'm going to leave. So I go to leave, and he grabs my arm and pulls me, and he's like, you're gonna call me, right? And I was like, and he's like, please say you're gonna call me. Like, you're gonna call me, right? You really gonna call me, right? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I got in my car and drove off. I got halfway down the street. He starts calling my phone. And then I answered the phone, and I told him, do not call me no more. He's asking me, is there something I did or said that made you want to leave? And I told him, I was like, you know what? I just don't think this is going to work out. And I don't think we should talk anymore. And he was like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah, please don't call me again. Like, don't call me again. And he hung up on me. That was weird. And I thought I would share. It's just it's not the craziest story that I have, but it happened. I have others. There's more where that came from. So just if you like the story times with all this craziness, then leave a comment below, and I will surely do another one, because the next story I was gonna tell y'all was about the time I met this guy in this club down the street from my house, and he was crazy. Oh my god, he started cussing me out. Like, it was crazy. But please like this video up, like the video. Please remember to subscribe, comment, and share. Thumbs up if you like it. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.